We're continuing in the Hagada Shel Pesach, R Ovadia Yosef, and we are at the four sons. The Chacham says, Ma ha'edot ve'achukim ve'amishpatim asher tziva Hashem Elokeinu. So what are the laws that Hashem taught? And the Rasha says, Ma avodah azot lachem. What is the work that you guys are doing? He brings an explanation to really categorize yourself. Which category are you in? Are you in the Rasha camp or in the Tzaddik camp or the Chacham camp? He says that when a person moves to a new city, what's the first question he should ask? So the first question should be, is there Torah in the city? Where's the shul? And that's what the Chacham is doing. Ma edot v'achukim v'mishpatim. So it's a hint to this, like where's the laws? And the Rasha, what's his first question? Business. Ma avodah azot. Where's the business section? Where's the? So you have to know if you're moving somewhere, if you're going to a different place, you got to make sure that you have your priorities in order. So when talking back to the Rasha, we tell him. Talking back to the Tzaddik, we tell him, Avatay amorlo ki hilchot Pesach. You tell him about the halachot of Pesach. He asks about the laws, etc. You tell him about the halachot of Pesach. And the Haggadah chooses an interesting halacha. En maftirin achar Pesach afikomen. That after the afikoman, after Korban Pesach, you don't have afikoman means dessert. Now we don't have the Korban Pesach. So afikoman is the dessert of our meal. But the halacha here is you can't have dessert after Korban Pesach. Korban Pesach has to be the last thing in your mouth. So why is this the halacha that we teach to the Chacham? So he brings an explanation, is that this is an important halacha because the kids are sitting at the table, and to keep the kids awake, we give them candy and we give them stuff. So candy, or back in the day they would give them sweet nuts or different things like that. So let's say you give the kids candy. So what happens? The kids, they want to save their candy. Some of them, they want to eat them right away, and some of them, if they got enough, they want to save it. So what happens is we teach them there's no dessert after afikoman. The last thing in your mouth has to be the taste of the matzah, and therefore eat all your candy now. Don't save it, because then you might eat it tonight. If you want to save it for tomorrow, save it for tomorrow. But you might eat it tonight after afikoman, which is not allowed. So that's what we teach them right there. He brings a cute story that it's customary among the Ashkenazim to steal the afikoman. It became maybe even the Sfaradim as well. Maybe they teach them in school, whatever. To steal the afikoman. No, the Sfaradim we didn't grow with it. Yeah, well, the father hides it. The general place, Sephardic custom, put it on the tablecloth. That's the general Sephardic custom. Ashkenazim, they go and hide it. The kids go and find it, and it's so. But I think Ashkenazim, what they do is, and I think nowadays even Sephardim, they learn from whatever, is that after the father puts it wherever he puts it, under the tablecloth, they somehow, at least my kids do that to me, they find a moment when I'm not paying attention and they steal the afikoman. And then, people that really want to go by these, by the tradition, is that they would tell their father, you want the afikoman back? Pay up, or make a deal, or whatever. And, make a deal, you're going to owe me this, you're going to buy me this. So that's, they would do that type of stuff. So he brings a story here of Rabbi Yonatan of Prague. Maybe this is the Maharal of Prague. He says when he was a youngster, he stole the afikoman from his father. And came time for the afikoman. The father went under the tablecloth. The afikoman was not there. So he sees his little son smirking. So he says, Dad, you want the afikoman back? You have to buy me new clothes. Whatever, they were poor at the time, whatever. You have to buy me a new outfit. So he said, no, come on, you're holding up the whole set there, this and that. I know a story, a friend of mine, he wanted a set of the Rambam, Franco Rambam, $1,000, the new print of the Rambam. He held up his father-in-law until he agreed to get it. He was so upset. But he agreed to get it, he got it afterwards. So the kid says, I want a new outfit. He says, back and forth. The father says, okay, fine. Finally, he says, fine, I'll get you a new outfit. He gives him back the afikoman. Now, the father is distributing the afikoman to each family member. He comes to the kids, I'm not giving you until you release yourself of this thing, that I'm not going to have to buy you the outfit. So the kid, he pulls out of his pocket a piece of the afikoman. He says, I was smarter than you. I already have it. And that's to show the chokhmah. So the next piece, the Rasha, is Ma avodah zot lachem. He asks in a brute way, and he removes himself because he says, what are you guys doing over here tonight? He doesn't include himself. And actually it says over here, Haked Shinev, punch his teeth out. Like put sense into him. So what is it? Why? That's the question here. Why punch his teeth out? That's a little aggressive. Like, what's going on over here? So he explains that let's say, we all want Mashiach to come. And we have to wait till the right time. But some people want to try getting shortcuts. They want to, I want it now, and I don't want to, or like this, the avodah. What are you guys all working hard with all this? Let me just do ABC and let me do avodat Hashem. So it compares it to when you bake, when you cook. Let's say you have rice, or you have wheat or barley. If you're going to eat it raw, you're going to break your teeth. You have to wait, you have to cook it, it gets soft, etc. So if you want to go fast, you want to go without understanding, you want to let me just do this and that's it. And the halakha doesn't work like that. There's a time for everything, there's a place for everything. If you want to eat the raw food, you're going to break your teeth over it. And therefore that's the comparison over to the Rasha. And a cute mashal he says is, compared to this, is a person that's not feeling well. And the doctor comes to the house and he gives a prescription. He writes out a prescription, he gives it to the wife. He says, look, go to the doctor. Here's the prescription for the medicine. So what does she do? She's a simple lady. She doesn't know much. And he says to her, make sure the medicine, 2 times a day, you're gonna get the medicine, the herbs. He says you're gonna get the medicine 2 times a day. Make a tea from it and feed it to your husband. So she's a simple lady. What does she do? She takes the prescription, cuts it into pieces, and puts it in hot water. And she pours it and gives it to her husband as the tea. The next day the doctor comes. He sees the guy's still sick. He said, what did he do? He said, I did exactly what you said. I took the medicine, I took her prescription, I put it in the tea. He says, it doesn't work like that. He says, you have to go to the doctor, it's not the medicine. This is just the prescription. You got to go get the medicine. So too, people want to make shortcuts in their avodat Hashem and their prayers. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I'm still a good Jew if I do this, I do that. Look, there's rules over here. You can't just make up your own things. And that's what we tell the Rasha back as well. Whereas you can have broken teeth, you want to try eating things raw, do things in the wrong way, it's not going to work out. B'ezrat Hashem, it would be like the Chacham and do things the proper way. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Chananya berak Hashem v'netzach HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'zakot et Yisrael lefichach yibadem Torah mitzvot shneimar. Adonai chafetz man tzidko. Yigdil Torah ve'yadir.